If you hear me!
What's happening, good people, and welcome back to another anticipated episode of the Roundtable. This week, it is what you've all been waiting for. It is WWE versus AEW, where I have asked the question to the guys, please form a fantasy card. I've kind of labelled it the Forbidden Door, funnily enough. The guys had to pick 5 matches. One representative from WWE, one from AEW. Stipulations were they had to pick one women's match and one form of tag team match. There was no rules on the stipulations in matches, and if they wanted to do ladder matches with 6 men in, or fucking 6 tag teams in the same match, they could do. I think that's about it. I think that covers everything. So, without further ado, I am your humble host, Fraz. This is the Kayfabe Assassin, Mr. AndiNero, and the ring historian, Dirty Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not already subscribed, please do so. We post weekly wrestling content that you will love. So please hit the like button, smash the bell for notifications, and leave comments on your thoughts of this ridiculous card. So, in a parallel universe, Andy and Dave, is it Tony Khan, AEW guy, and Triple H have gone into a Starbucks somewhere, noshed each other off, had a nice little latte, and said, right, we're going to make the biggest card of all time. Andy Godwin, I'm not going to go to you first. Dirty Dave, I'm going to go to you first. Big AEW mark is our Dave.
Well,
not really much of a WWE fan.
For everybody that watched our NWO video last week, these boys seem to send these messages out when I'm out and about, and I got home the other day and there was like 40 messages that I had to read, and I may have got the assignment slightly muddled up like I did last week, but I'll do the best I can, and I wasn't sort of treating it as a war. We'll see. I did give my pay-per-view a name because I wasn't told it was given a name, and it was a play on the WWE universe, so how their universe is going to be shattered when we merge with AEW, so it's called Shattered Universe. Not completely sold on it, but at least I had a reason for it. So, okay. You ready for my first match?
Go for it.
It has massive implications for a huge match later on in the show. It's called a Tip the Balance Battle Royal. The winner of the Battle Royal becomes a special guest referee in a very important match later on the card. I'm not going to tell you what that is yet. 15 stars from the WWE, 15 wrestlers from AEW.
Christ.
So you will really, really tip the balance depending on who wins, because they'll be the guest referee in a AEW versus WWE match later on. So, WWE stars. Ricky Starks, Penta, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Aleister Black, Logan Paul, Jacob Fatu, Damian Priest, Carmelo Hayes, Dominic Mysterio, and Rusev. And from AEW, Okada, who everybody says is really good, apart from certain people. We won't talk about them. Swerve Strickland, the Young Bucks, Sammy Guevara, Roderick Strong, Samoa Joe, Billy Gunn, just to keep you happy, Darby Allin, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, Dustin Rhodes, Nigel McGuinness, and I meant to put another FTR. Yeah, because I accidentally put the Young Bucks in twice, but FTR. So there's a couple of tag teams in there, whereas there weren't in WWE, but these are the people I like seeing on AEW when I do watch it, so that's why they're in there. I also didn't know we had to say who was going to win and lose this match, so I'm going to, if that's now part of the rule, I'm going to say that Dustin Rhodes is going to win, and all will become clear when you find out what match he's refereeing.
Just 1 second, Dave. Sorry. Well, water is wet and Andy's eating. I can hear some rustling going on there. I was like,
The
what the hell
microwave's
is that?
gone off.
Yeah, the microwave's gone off, yeah. Chocolate delicious.
Chocolate.
Who do I think's going to win that match?
There was a lot of names there, so
There was
I
a lot of
appreciate it.
names. I'll go with Dirty Dom.
Fraz is going to say Dom. And I promise I won't change my mind. Andy, who are you going with? So you've effectively gone WWE, Fraz.
Mm-hmm.
With Dom.
Yeah. I'd probably go with someone WWE as well. Probably someone like Rusev.
Oh.
Someone who's been on
Rusev?
both. Yeah, someone who's been on both. Either Rusev,
Oh,
Aleister Black,
yeah.
one of them lot.
Oh,
Ricky
remember
Stark,
I've gone-
Ethan Page.
Remember, I've gone with Dustin Rhodes, and I'm not changing that, so we'll stick to that. Okay, so that's the tip the balance battle royal. Okay, up next we've got a tables, legends, and chairs match. It's still a TLC match, don't worry, but it is Cope and Christian taking on John Cena and Randy Orton. This is nothing but a legends TLC match. Obviously, Edge and John Cena have had them in the past. Randy Orton used to be a tag partner with Edge. They've also had a feud, and Randy Orton had a feud with Christian over the ECW title. So I just thought, boom, that is nostalgia. That's getting some people that are still wrestling today, but take us right back to that ruthless aggression era. Fantastic match. I was going to go with Edge and Christian, or Cope and Christian on that one, boys. Any thoughts on that?
I'm still trying to envision John Cena walking down the ring with a load of ladders and chairs and tables.
Well, it's tables, legends, and chairs.
Well,
Yeah.
but there'll still be ladders, won't there? But yeah,
There
that
will
sounds
be.
like an epic match. And right decision with the winners there.
Okie dokie. We had to have a women's match in there. I've gone for I don't know if you can do it in 30 minutes, so it might have to be 60 minutes, but 30, I said initially a 30-minute Iron Woman Lumberjack tag match. And that sounds a bit messy, but it's Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley versus Timeless Tony Storm and someone who used to work in WWE as Sasha Banks. But I can't bring myself to say her name now. Disgusting. And I suppose it's a Lumberjills match, but I don't know what it is about that. I think it sounds rubbish. There's nothing. It's nothing about sexist. I'm not being, pro men or anything. I just don't think Lumberjills sounds very good. But the WWE Lumberjills, Becky, Bailey, Io, Roxy, Tiffy, Mangill, Nia Jax, Stephanie Vaquer, Laura Valkyria, and
Mangill.
AJ Lee. Spoiler. And for the AEW Lumberjills, Jax, you're going to might have to help me with some of the pronouncing here, but I've got Julia Hart, Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker, Willow Nightingale, Ruby Soho, obviously used to wrestle in WWE, Athena, used to wrestle in WWE, Jamie Hayter, Hikaru Shida?
Hikaru Shida.
Shida, yep, sorry. Kira Hogan, you've got who, haven't you? I mean, how can you not have a Hogan on there? And Megan Bain.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. So 10 Lumberjacks, Jills on either side. I've got to be honest, it's Charlotte and Ripley for me on this one. I went WWE. Bear in mind, I've gone AEW twice already.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't stand Sasha Banks or whatever you want to call her. Right.
Could you not stand Sasha Banks when she was in WWE, or would you just
No.
not like her now? She's Mercedes.
Always hated her. No, always hated her.
Okay.
No, just not my cup of tea at all. But that's just me personally. Right, so the winner of the Battle Royal. So for me, I did say it was going to be Dustin Rhodes. That's because we've got a lights out Survivor Series elimination match. So it's kind of like no holds barred. I was going to make it just like a submission match, i.e. lights out, like you pass out. But then I thought, up to 9 eliminations, like all submission, is probably a bit pants. So it's just going to be a very rough Survivor Series match with limited rules. Team WWE, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Gunther, AJ Styles, and Brock Lesnar versus Team AEW, which is MJF, Chris Jericho, Hangman Adam Page, Kenny Omega, and little Willie Ospreay. I thought they were two pretty good teams, to be fair. I think you've got some older statesmen like Punk and Jericho match off against each other quite well. I thought Cody and MJF facing off against each other were cool. And the other three we can intermingle. AJ Styles, obviously, an older statesman in there. So you've got a mix of new, young, established, massively over, and a variety of different wrestling styles in that match on both teams. So I was really excited by that one. And again, I went WWE on that one because my guest referee who won the Battle Royal, even though he won it for the AEW team, he's gonna turn on the company because his poor little brother Cody is having the living shit kicked out of him. And what's he do? He has to Shattered Dreams MJF, turn his back on AEW and come back as Goldust and help Cody win the match. So yes, that's my Survivor Series match. How would you book that?
Well, the only change I would make is he didn't come back as Goldust. He come back as the American Dream, and Cody is the American Nightmare. He's the American Dream. Other than that, I like it.
Or the Natural. Okay, and then my last...
Andy, what are you thinking?
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Andy's literally not giving any opinion, so I thought you'd love it.
He hates it.
No. I love it. I love the cut. I think you've got one more match anyway, haven't you?
I've got one more.
He's got one more after this.
I think. I will not give too much away because it's similar but different. So we'll get to mine later. But yeah, very good.
Now this is where I deviate a little bit. Okay, and I've gone 2 for 2 AEW stars of one matches and 2 WWE matches. So for me, this pay-per-view's a draw because the next match gave me an opportunity to do something that transcends really which company you're on. So I've gone for a King of the Shield Weapons War Games match. Okay, so it's 3 teams of 3 instead of 2 teams of 4 or 5. Coming into the War Games, and they all get to bring their own specific weapon, as opposed to just having stuff hanging around the ring. So they all pick a weapon, and because it's King of the Shield, the team captains are Shield members. So Seth Rollins will bring the Vision, which is obviously Braun and Bronson. Roman Reigns will bring the Usos as the Bloodline, and John Moxley will bring his Death Riders. And I put Wheeler and Claudio, because I just like them best, and I thought that was just a great opportunity to have that original Shield trilogy, have their new factions all battle out in a monstrous War Games match. Obviously, once they're all in the ring, the War Games rule starts, and it's first team to score a win. But I actually thought, because there's 3 teams in this, we'd do elimination. So it really does legitimately come down to one specific team, and that was going to be the Bloodline for me. But this is not a WWE AEW one for me. This is a transcending match that just getting the Shield back together, and for me, was the most important thing on the pay-per-view. So, like I say, for me, it's 2-2 in matches, and then this was just a absolute massive fantasy get the Shield back together match, which doesn't really matter who wins or loses from an AEW or WWE point of view. It's all about the Shield and about who was the man of the Shield. And that's my pay-per-view. They're my 5 matches.
I love that. I love the idea of the main event War Games and all 3 members of the Shield in that main event. From a standpoint of WWE versus AEW, slightly unfair as there are 2 WWE teams there, but
that's why that match isn't. That's a separate match.
But yeah, I love how you've included as many wrestlers as you possibly could. I was going to go down that route, and then I thought, actually, what are the matches that I really, really want to see? But I'll be marking out massively over that card. Andy?
Yeah, I just went for wildness.
Yeah.
I feel like you are missing the opportunity to have another Shield member, though. And I'm sure Fraz would love to see Kurt Angle come out in his Shield gear and have a team with Charlie Haas and Chad
Charlie Haas and Chad. No, Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable.
Well, Shelton Benjamin's
Oh
already
my
named
God.
Charlie Haas and Chad Gable. It gives
Yeah,
you the,
Shelton Benjamin's already there.
the
Yeah.
true sons of Angle, or Jason Jordan and Charlie
No,
Haas.
Jason Jordan and Charlie
His
Haas.
actual
Oh my
son.
God. Can you imagine? Yeah.
Yes, that would be fucking
love it,
excellent.
love it.
Good shout.
That would have done it. That would have tipped the balance, wouldn't it? But that was a ultimate get as many people on the card, but also try and have them still doing something that means something to them. So I did think this 5 Series team was quite well picked, and the Battle Royal is the Battle Royal, but that was actually really tough to choose. I needed Edge and Christian to be doing something legendary, so they needed to have a legendary team. Women, I think I did the best I could with that. I didn't want to do another tag match, as in a big match, but I needed to get women on, so I did a lumberjack match. And like I say, the final match was not specifically AEW versus WWE. It was just an inter-promotional match where whoever wins doesn't affect the brand. So, but yeah.
No, that's fair play. Andy, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
No, I'm more than happy to go.
Magic.
A lot of mine does sound like it's going to not mimic directly, but there are a lot of similar beats.
Okay.
First of all, I did come up with my own name for this pay-per-view. WWE by AEW Survivor Series : Blood and Guts, because AEW's version of War Games is Blood and Guts. That may allude to something that may happen at the end of the show. So there you go. The opening match is a fatal foot. So in my own head, I came up with a couple of rules for myself here. I didn't want to use too many people, if I could help it, that made their name in WWE or AEW, and then are fighting for the opposite team. So there is no Cody Rhodes, there is no John Moxley. So to give you an idea, but the opening match is the women's Fatal 4-Way, introduced by Stephanie McMahon as a Fatal 4-Way, which pitches the 2 best that WWE can offer and the 2 best that AEW can offer, which is Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Timeless Toni Storm versus Thunder Rosa. So it is a Fatal 4-Way, and it is for a unified women's championship. It's not, the person doesn't walk away with both belts, they walk away with a cross-branded belt, like a new belt that's a bit like the Crown Jewel Championship.
Crown Jewel Championship,
like the unified championship, yeah. So that sort of thing, like a special belt. The idea being that, we can see all the best come out of this one. Rhea obviously involved because she finally gets the opportunity to beat Io. Thunder's coming out just because she's Thunder Rosa, and Timeless Toni Storm because she's just the best. But oddly enough, the person I have going over this one is one genius of the sky, Io Sky, which might surprise some, because I've made comments in the past about how I'm not that great with Io Sky, but I have her going over this match. I think if I remember rightly, I'd have her pinning Thunder Rosa in the end, because Toni Storm and Rhea Ripley have so much history together from NXT UK, NXT, the Mae Young Classic and stuff, that they will end up in the crowd just wailing on each other and miss the opportunity that Io Sky will take by pinning Thunder Rosa. And plus, Thunder Rosa was kind of like the last throw in there. So, yeah. That was my opening match. Also, that is my women's match. So my tag match, again, I've sort of broken the rules a bit. So, but yeah. Thoughts, feelings, opinions?
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't go with Mercedes Moné, but I don't know too much about this other bird. What's her name? Thunder
Rosa. Again, it's Thunder because Rosa. I didn't want to include, for the same reason I don't have Cody, for the same reason I don't have Mox, I didn't want to include people that were made their name
fair
in
enough.
the other company.
I've gone similar route.
That didn't make any sense to me to do that, because it would just be too easy, I guess. I wanted to try and challenge it. But yeah, so that was that. Second match is a grudge match, and it is the rubber match between CM Punk and Maxwell Jacob Friedman CM Punk comes out on a Raw just after this particular pay-per-view is announced and talks about the 2-bit company that he used to work for and how ridiculous it is that WWE is allowing them this platform, and about how much he was just happy to have been fired, and says that in reality there wasn't anyone who could lace his boots in AEW when he was there. There wasn't anyone who could lace his boots in AEW then, there isn't now, and there never will be. Cue MJF, who says that Punk owes him his pound of flesh after Punk took away their opportunity to fight for a third time in AEW with the big belt on the line, like it always should have been, because some arsehole, because he was an arsehole to everyone and couldn't keep out of his own stupid way. In the match itself, obviously, very hard hitting. It's just going to be a no DQ match. They had a dog collar match in AEW and a regular match. This one would just be no DQ. I actually have Punk going over, and in the aftermath of Punk going over, one Jungle Boy Jack Perry comes out, beats the shit out of CM Punk, and then puts him through a glass window a la Raven at WrestleMania 17, and gives a nod and a wink to the camera, which sort of resolves that situation as well. Very, very fantasy booking,
cool.
But there you go.
Yeah, I like that.
But yeah. My next match was what's called a Puroresu rules 20 count on the floor, no interference, strong style match. It's just Puroresu rules, which is to find the king of strong style, the true king of strong style.
Yeah.
Okada versus not Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, because I don't believe we ever actually saw these two fight in New Japan. Really doesn't need much of an explanation, just an excellent match. The build is who is the greatest New Japan wrestler to come out of New Japan, who's the best Puroresu star in history, the Rainmaker or the Phenomenal One. And again, I had Okada going over in that match, because Okada's the Rainmaker, he always wins, so Okada. My co-main event on this card was Seth Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion, against, again, in my world, Will Ospreay is the AEW World Champion, but Will Ospreay in a unified World Championship match, again, a brand new belt just for this show, in a ladder match. I did say I wasn't including Mox, but he does actually interfere here, making everyone think he's going to join his Shield brethren because of how much he hates Will Ospreay, and then he costs Seth the match. So basically Will wins because of Mox coming out and beating up Seth, after giving him the initial fist bump to say like, oh yeah, I'm with you because I hate this fucking high-flying flippity-flop guy. And then yeah, so Will wins the ladder match for the Unified Championship. So currently it's 2-2 going into the final match. And yes, it is a Blood and Guts War Games main event match between Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso and Sami Zayn against Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page and the Young Bucks. Yes, it's the Bloodline versus the Elite. I gave the Elite themselves the man advantage going into the match. Nick Jackson starting with Jay, Matt Jackson in next, followed by Jimmy. So we actually get to see some Usos and Young Bucks sort of back and forth, which would just be amazing. Then Adam Page comes out and Sami Zayn, and that allows then Omega and Roman to finish up. And Roman ends up getting the pin on Adam Page to end the match, in my world, which leaves WWE winning 3-2. Because, let's face it, WWE would win.
Wow. Love that.
Yeah, very, very, very interesting. I do like the MJF and CM Punk match. That's Talker versus Talker, and obviously that's already been done. But
The build would be again.
yeah.
The rubber
but
match
for an event,
definitely.
for an event like this, it would be epic. Yeah, I mean your Seth and Will Ospreay match, unbelievable. Your Bloodline versus the Elite, again. I mean, what a way to end the show. Very good, very, very good.
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved it. I mean, you'd want to watch all those matches, wouldn't you? So
100%. So, mine's just called Forbidden Door. Very original, I know. I've just gone for matches that I want to see. I've picked the biggest stars. I've tried to steer clear of people that have already fought each other or appeared on the other show or the other brand, but I couldn't avoid it with some matches. I've very much gone down the route of I wanted this to be who's the better brand, AEW or WWE. Bragging rights, of course, for the night. So my opening match is surprise, surprise, Seth Rollins against Will Ospreay. It is the most anticipated wrestling match on the card. Meltzer's probably sitting there with his dick out polishing his stars already. And I've given the win to Ospreay. The crowd are instantly engaged as, in my world, this is going to be a bit of a home and away kind of thing. So they're a partisan WWE crowd, so the crowd are a bit shocked. Second match, Rhea Ripley versus Toni Storm. Andy, you've already alluded to the fact that they have history together. Big match feel. It's not no holds barred, but the ref's a bit lax with the rules, and Rhea wins. So we're 1-1. Match 3, I've gone with a no holds barred match. This is my middle of the card chaos match. Let them kill each other. Jon Moxley versus the Ring General Gunther. I've got Mox going over there. Crowds again stunned. 2-1. Then we come to my co-main event, which is the two current champions, which are possible. I don't know if I'm. Oh no, it's not. He's not the champ, is he? That's because I changed it. Apologies. I did have this match down as Cody versus Hangman Page, but I changed it because I needed to get MJF on the card. So I felt that he would be able to sell that match better than Hangman. But they're both faces.
Definitely.
They're both faces. It's a story-driven, emotional match. Too close to call. But Cody gets the win. And we're now going 2-2 into the main event. Main event is very similar to Andy's. I've gone Bloodline versus the Elite, but I've just done a trios match. And that is Roman and the Usos versus Kenny and the Bucks. It's a marquee match, it's a poster match, brand versus brand war. AEW built around the Elite, WWE dominated by the Bloodline in recent history. It's got to be the Bloodline. They come out 3-2, Tribal Chief, Supremacy restored. WWE are the winners of this particular card. And like I say, I'd do an away one at some point, which is sort of more AEW fans, so you get a lot of booing for WWE. But yeah, I love the idea. There were loads of people I didn't include that I wanted to include. I wanted to include Swerve. I wanted to include Cena, Randy, but I just kind of I wanted people that could go and that were big match players, and I wanted mainly singles matches. I wanted it to be more about the wrestling than the stipulations, because each competitor on my card are more than capable of putting on a 5-star match if you give them the freedom. Thoughts, feelings?
No, I agree. Everyone on your card, mate, can definitely go. It's hard to do it without including people like Cody, and people like Mox and things like that, because they are such big names for the companies they represent now. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. But we did agree on 2 matches, and even the Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm one. You just had a couple of extra competitors in there. I originally, when I did it, I did go down the route of Dave, and I had people like Punk in there, and as I say, Swerve, Darby Allin was in there, Hangman Page was in. I initially had a Young Bucks Usos situation, then I changed it to FTR and DIY, because again I wanted it to be purely about wrestling. That would have been a really good match. I wanted to include young sort of blood on there, so Braun, Dom would have been involved. I like Hook. There's too many to name.
So
Jericho.
many,
you could have a
many.
Legends sort of match, couldn't you? You could have people that wrestled in AEW that are now in WWE and WWE and AEW, and kind of had what Dave had, which was, a bit of a stab in the back to their brand with your a la Dustin Rhodes helping Cody out. You could have had maybe the Lucha Brothers turn on whoever. There's so many options. There's so much talent out there, and it's a shame that wrestling is pretty tribal majority of the time. And we can't just agree and be like hippies, smoke weed, and live in peace and harmony.
Yeah, well, that's
any
right.
Something like that.
Any additional thoughts or people that are honourable mentions that you would have added in there on second thoughts based off people's cards that you forgot about?
I might have included Swerve somewhere down the line. I would have liked to have included Swerve and Darby, maybe in like a hardcore or some kind of sort of crazy. If I'd had a 6-card match, I might have had like a hardcore match with Mox, Darby, and Swerve, because Swerve was in CZW, which is crazy combat zone, like deathmatch wrestling, and then gone for some people that were similar or had experience in that realm in WWE. But that's the only thing I might have.
I did think about having a awesome, like Hell in a Cell or some kind of fucking no holds barred match with Oba Femi and Swerve Strickland. That was one of my early matches.
Or Trick and Swerve would be good as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just looking because I wrote all your matches down while you was talking about them. But I mean, they're all great. It's just I've just gone for a completely different type of show. So because I wanted to just get all the names on there, but still have them do something, not just just be floating around. I know the lumberjack, which is a bit meh, but that because it's an Iron Man. You can lose a few foals because of a lot of outside interference, but it's so hard. I mean, all the names I've got on mine, and there's still people that I wanted to put on, but ran out of time or ran out of space. So it's 5 matches, isn't it? It's a tough one. And I did a 30-man battle royal. I mean, it's like Jesus Christ.
Your one. Your one, you'd either need copious amounts of Red Bull to keep you energized because you'd be so fucking buzzed off that first match. When you get down to when you get down to it, like the intricacies and the detail of each match, there's so much stuff that people would walk away from your card thinking, oh my god, do you remember when Drew McIntyre fucked up Okada in a Royal Rumble or whatever, or Battle Royal.
Well, maybe
and Lumberjacks as well. But I do know what you're saying, because there were a lot of people that I wanted to include on it, but then I just thought, this is about wrestling. These are the top of their game. Let's just have singles matches, and if I have to have a tag match, I could. If I had Usos versus Young Bucks, which was on the card until this morning, I was like, well, what about Roman? And then I was like, well, who do I put with the Young Bucks? Because I could have put Swerve, I could have put Darby, I could have put anyone in there, but I thought, well, why not do it properly and do Bloodline versus Elite, Kenny Omega? But then I would have loved to do a kind of a Bullet Club versus the Elite kind of thing and have all the members of that, because I don't know, maybe I'm wrong here, but wasn't the Elite is basically the Bullet Club, isn't it, from New Japan?
It's a section of the Bullet Club that split away.
Split away. Yeah. So that again, that could have been cool because you could have had Finn, AJ.
It's
You
so
could have had a Bullet Club Battle Royale, to be fair.
yeah. I mean, there's so many things. Yeah.
Like when you consider the fact that AEW's also got people like Jungle Boy, who's in Bullet Club. You've got Juice Robinson and the Guns, Colton and Austin. Billy Gunn's
But
kids.
it's just
They're in Bullet
there's
Club.
just so many people.
What's his face? Jay White. You know, these are all guys in Bullet Club, and they've all been in Bullet Club, and they could have had a
Shinsuke?
massive fucking Shinsuke. Well, no, Shinsuke's not been in Bullet Club, but
Had he?
yeah, it would have been. No, he wasn't in Bullet Club.
Oh,
He was in.
very
Was
interesting.
he was in something, wasn't he?
He was in. Oh, what was the fucking name of it? It'll come to me. It won't. It's not necessary. It's not crucial to the broadcast. But yeah, he was.
Could have had Gallows and Edison come back
Gallus
for about
Anderson,
the
Tama and
20th time.
Tama and Tongaloa. They were in
Mhm.
it. So
Well, it's very interesting that we all picked WWE to be the superior brand.
I didn't.
Well, you did, because
You did.
Bloodline won.
Well, yeah. Kind
Yeah,
of.
but that wasn't a brand match. That was purely for the Shield. So
Well, that's
yeah,
what you said.
I went. No,
Bloodline
yes,
won.
I went 2-2.
You just sat on the fence.
No,
Fucking straight down the middle.
I didn't think the need to have an out and out winner because we should all just
absolutely.
enjoy wrestling, shouldn't we? Isn't that what I'm told?
You just didn't want to fucking have an argument with Andy, did you?
We
And he
talk
bloody
about-
picked
What I thrive on.
WWE in the first place. So, so all the arguments you've had in the
And
past
EO Sky as well.
are complete
we just
null
need
and void. Yeah.
We just need a Bret Hart to be a guest referee, and we'd.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Bret
Wheelchair
Hart's the
match.
guest referee in the fucking
Well,
Will
he did.
Ospreay match.
Am I right in thinking Bret Hart did hand the AEW Championship over to the first winner? Pretty sure.
Don't think he did.
Google it. Google it. I think he did.
Oh, I don't know why he would have handed it.
Oh.
He might have done, but obviously that was Jericho. So
Or presented it. I'm sure he definitely did a belt present. Oh, he might have he might have revealed the belt. But he was like one of the first guys to like reveal the belt or something. Yeah, even I remember that, but I can't remember the full details.
When they were standing on that podium and they were introducing the wrestlers and Jericho came out. Is that when?
I can't remember that much. I just remember him holding the belt up and he's in a crap shirt, and he was
Well,
doing a
hasn't said
signing
anything
across.
nice about. He hasn't
No.
said anything nice about AEW since. So
He was doing a signing across the road. He was doing, and they literally came over and said, "Look, we're doing this. Do you want to do it?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And he went over and done it. And then he's like, "Oh, yeah, okay, maybe not." that's
Excellent.
honestly, Google it. I can't remember if it was presenting the belt to someone or revealing the belt, but he's standing in an AEW ring with the belt.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
whilst
what,
Andy
2018?
confirms or denies that allegation from Mr. Wright about Mr. Hart,
It's not now.
I'd like to. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. If you've reached this far in the video, thank you very much. Please leave a like, share, and subscribe with all your little buddies. Please leave a comment. Let us know if you have got an WWE versus AEW card or matches, dream matches you'd love to see. Leave them in the comment section below the video. As always, me, Dave,
Yes,
and Andy.
found it. Double or
Agree.
Nothing AEW. He hands it to Adam Page. It's on YouTube.
Oh. Andy, do you confirm or deny?
confirm.
Oh, magic stuff. Magic stuff.
See? It's because it's Bret Hart. I'm gonna get
Of course he's going to get it right. Of course he's going to get
Even
it right.
if-
Dave's got a. Do you know Dave's got a signed vote of Bret Hart? Did you know that?
No, he hasn't.
He has. He has. Do you not realise? Oh, I thought
Funny
you
you
were
mention
on
it.
He bloody hasn't.
Yeah.
There
He has.
it is.
There it is. Look. It's the first
Oh.
time we've ever seen it.
I've actually off record. I've sent you a fantastic little meme where he's talking about Hulk Hogan dying. He just puts R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. I'm not sure if you know, but I hate Bill Goldberg, and I hate Bill Goldberg for everything he's ever done. And it just says, "I hate Bill Goldberg." He's supposed to be saying like some tribute to Hogan. It's quite funny. Watch it.
Excellent.
Anyway.
We shall do.
Sorry.
And with that, I'll do the sign off again. Please like, share, leave comments, dream matches. We want to know your cards. We will be back next week with another episode of the Roundtable. Until next time, evolution is a mystery. There's a line in the sand.